Congratulations to Bronny James. He's been named to the USA basketball roster for the Nike Hoop Summit. Now, Bronny is the only player on the roster who has yet to announce his post-high school plans. So, Shannon, what path do you think Bronny should take to the NBA?
The path that's best suited for Bronny. But let me tell you what Bronny has. He has somebody that's a lot better suited to help him with this opportunity than Shannon Sharp, and that's his father. Yep. And I think at the end of the day, LeBron will offer some insight, but he's been very clear about this. This is Bronny's decision. I'll give him some advice if he asks me. But at the end of the day, Bronny has to do what's best for Bronny. And so G League, college, he just has to do what's in the best interest of him. If he thinks he's ready to go straight to the G League, go play against grown men, have at it. But probably more likely, he'd probably go a year of college. I'm thinking, is he willing to go way back east? Ohio, I guess that's the East, Midwest, or whatever you want to call it. Does he really want to go back to Ohio State?
Well, it's LeBron's favorite school, yeah.
Or is he going to Oregon, or is he going to stay here at USC?
Yep.
Does he stay close to home? That's the decision, and I think that's what Bronny should do, because LeBron did what was best for LeBron. LeBron says, "I'm going to the NBA." Okay, Bronny Jr., LeBron James Jr. should say, "You know what, Dad? This is, I think, the best path for me, and this is what I'm going to do." And I have no question that his dad will say, "Okay, son, you're right."
So this pretty soon is going to become the biggest story in sports.
Yes.
That LeBron's son will play with LeBron. And I believe LeBron will do everything in his power to make that happen. Where if he has to leave LA, if he has to go somewhere else, but they will play together. And it feels like his son, maturity-wise, is capable of like living up to that and being able to deal with that, because that's, boy, you want to talk about a tall order. Whew.
Yeah.
And so how do you best speed his basketball maturity? Is it G League? Well, that on the court it is, but you're kind of toiling in the shadows, because most people, they probably publicize those G League games on TV.
Yes.
But I don't ever watch G League. I don't know about you.
I don't know.
Okay, so if you want to go on big stages, you should stay here and play at USC, because then LeBron can obviously be handy to go to your games, or many of them anyway. And once you get to March Madness, and they would probably have a very good team if Bronny chose to go there, well, now you're on the biggest stage. It's almost like an NBA Finals type stage where you would really get to test your skills at the highest level with the world watching you in college basketball. One and done, obviously, but that might help prepare you for the big stage that you're about to get.
Yeah, Skip, I remember, I'm old enough to remember when King Griffey played with his dad.
Yep.
The Mariners, they did him a solid, the team did his dad a solid, and they released him, and the Mariners signed him. Because Griffey, if I'm not mistaken, was the #1 overall draft pick in, 87?
Not sure which year, but he was #1.
Yeah.
And he was ready to play in the big leagues.
Yeah. So it didn't take him long. But Skip, it's a rarity. I mean, because I think I don't know, did what's the guy that, Gordie Howe, did he play with his sons?
Yeah. He did.
Skip, it doesn't happen.
No, it just doesn't happen.
I mean, first of all, you got to have kids very early on.
But it's LeBron's dream to play with his son, and I want to see it.
I want to see it also. So I still believe that's 2 years away.
Yeah.
I believe it's 2 years away. So LeBron, yeah. I don't think Bron is a one and done. Do you think he's a one and done?
No. I can't tell yet, because I can't tell from Sierra Canyon how good he is. But he's going to the Nike Summit.
Right.
But he's the only unsigned player.
The only one that hadn't declared to college yet.
Yeah. Here we go.
I just wish him the best. Yeah, I mean, I don't envy that position he's in.
Would love to
your
see
daddy?
LeBron and his son play together. We'll see if that happens, guys. Two guys we know who are playing together, Kyrie and Luka. Are they finally going to get a victory together tonight? Let's predict up next. Hump day, everybody. Thanks for starting it off here with us on Undisputed. I'm Jen Hale. Good morning. Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. How we doing today?
We're doing great. Jen. How are you?
Okay, so Jen's Pelicans are playing at Lakers tonight, and without Zion, they're 3.5-point underdogs. So I think you should give her the 3.5 points so she can get her whatever it was, king cake back or beignets or whatever it was.
She will get no king cake, no jambalaya, no etouffee, no boudin.
3.5.
Nothing back.
LeBron is expected to play, and I think you should give her the 3.5.
Well, we're going to talk about it later. He might only play like 10 minutes.
Oh, please.
You know, I did what?
He'll play 40 minutes.
Then you see, you hating right now.
I'll make my own jambalaya, gentlemen, but I'll take some of that Club Shay Shay juice.
Okay.
When my Pelicans win tonight.
Okay, deal.
Guys, let's start with this topic right here because LeBron James, very interesting discussion. He's averaging over 36 minutes a game this year. That's 7th most in the NBA, according to a report from Dave McMenamin. Some in the Lakers organization, guys, they're worried LeBron's playing too much. He's getting run into the ground. LeBron has sat out, yes, the last 3 games. But Skip, as you mentioned, Darvin Ham says he expects LeBron to play tonight against my Pelicans. Oh, goody. Aren't I glad? Shannon, do you think the Lakers should reduce LeBron's minutes?
How? Skip, he's playing 36 minutes and they're losing. How do you play him less minutes and expect them to win? Skip, it's like, Granny, we should save more money. How, baby? We already behind on the bills I got. How can I save when we're behind on the bills we got? So I got to pay to catch up. So what money are we going to save? Skip, you're what? What'd you say? There's 6 games under 500? You're 6 games under 500.
Yep.
You're playing him 36.5 minutes. Oh, LeBron, we need you to play like 30 minutes. And win what? You losing, and he's averaging 30 points, 8.5 rebounds, 7 assists a game. Skip, he's playing these minutes because they're trying to win. Darvin Ham doesn't want to play him, but if the game goes to overtime, and you've already played 36 minutes, Skip, you play the entire overtime, that puts you at 41.
Yeah.
If you play 38, 39 minutes, and you play an overtime or double overtime, now you're getting into the 44, the 48, 49 minutes a game. You're trying to win because you're trying to get yourself in contention to either be in the play-in or the playoffs. So he doesn't have a choice. You've given up so much ground that this is the place that you're in currently, Skip. But hold on, wait a minute. What am I talking about? LeBron James sets his schedule, so why they mad at Darvin Ham? That's what Skip told me. Skip told me that LeBron James checks in and out of the game when he wants to.
Well, Shannon concurred.
Shannon ain't concur.
Yes.
No, Shannon didn't concur. Skip, it's really this simple. Is that had they been 10 games, 15 games over 500, and you playing him this many minutes, Skip, you're right. Absolutely. You got some wiggle room. Skip, I got no wiggle room. You know, kind of like my suit. I have to sit here like a statue. I ain't got no wiggle room.
I know the feeling.
So this is where they are, Skip. They've given up too much ground to begin with. They have no wiggle room. LeBron is going to have to log these minutes in order for them. And hell, you know what, Skip? You're playing in 36.5. You might have to go to 38.5 to get yourself back in the game because you got 24 games left. You're probably going to need to go 16-8, 17-7 down the stretch to give yourself a chance to make the play-in or playoffs.
Okay, let's start with our premise here. This came from Dave McMenamin, who covers the Lakers for ESPN. He's on a podcast with my friend Brian Windhorst, and he said, and I quote, "Some of the people I speak to around the team, let's put it that way, were like, what are we doing here, playing him 40 minutes again? We're going to run him into the ground." Okay. The point is that he has some sort of mysterious foot ailment that has been plaguing him for much of his great run since his birthday on.
Correct.
December 30th, he took off. And over that period of time, he played almost 38 minutes a game for those games up till he passed Kareem.
Yeah, 37.8.
Okay, all right, so there we go. Okay, 38 minutes a game, rounding up. And the point was, I can't draw a bead on. I can't put a finger on exactly what's wrong with his foot because sometimes they say it's his ankle, but I don't think it's his ankle. I think it's something inside the foot or the arch or something is bothering him. But it's plaguing him. It's not really stopping him until he passed Kareem, and then he stopped. Well, I have to believe that part of stopping after passing Kareem was just emotional, psychological. He was spent. He was hell-bent to pass Kareem as soon as possible. That's why he went on that spree, on that spurt after he turned 38 years of age on December 30th at Atlanta with his mom and his wife in the front row. And he played some of the best basketball offensively of his career over that stretch.
Yes.
And because it meant so much to him to pass Kareem, he seemed to put all his eggs in, so to speak, that basket, along with a lot of basketballs in that basket.
Correct.
And he passed him, and then he was pretty well shot psychologically and emotionally and spent for the fourth quarter against Oklahoma City. And, of course, they lost that game at home. Took a little bit out of it, and Anthony Davis said, I had a hard time celebrating because I was pissed off we were losing to the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And remember, Skip, in that game, he only played 34 minutes.
Okay, because he really didn't play much in the fourth quarter because he didn't start the fourth quarter.
He didn't start the fourth, and he left with like 2-3 minutes left in the fourth.
He did pull himself out. And I do, look, I've said this for 5 years, 7 years, whatever. Yeah, he manages his own minutes because he deserves to. Let's be honest about it. He has earned the right to take himself in and out of games because he's LeBron freaking James.
Right.
He's the face of that franchise. He's the face of this league. And he is now the all-time greatest scorer. He knows his body way better than Darvin Ham does or you or I or anybody else. He knows what